Very well, Khan. How were you able to survive the attack? Out with it.
You know, my father was a very popular illusionist. Night after night, he'd fill concert tents. The audience loved him. Shortly before he died, he taught me his most important tricks. I learned to disguise and to hoodwink other people, trick them. And it obviously worked.
And why did you do that? Instead of pretending to be dead, you could have helped us back in Bannockburn. You might have been extremely helpful.
You made it without me.
We did, but mainly thanks to a huge pile of luck and an equally huge pile of plastic explosives.
And because of that idiot Guido, he really tried to blow out the fire with his mouth.
I wouldn't have been too helpful anyway.
Why not?
I lied to you in the train. We weren't on the same side all along. I was a professional killer, a mercenary who risked his life for money.
I don't understand.
I knew the Templars before the incidents in Paris, Bannockburn or Syria. But not because I used to pay much attention in history class. I was simply hired by them.
You worked for the Templars?
That's exactly what I'm saying. $100,000 were a good reason to start working for the Neo-Templars. My first job was killing a politician in Japan. Then I came to Paris. That was the Plantard job.
And why the hell did you try to kill Georges?
Yes, why did you try to kill me?
He was just an unpleasant witness, that's all. However, I did become curious myself at some stage, so I started making inquiries. I read everything about the Templars I could get hold of, everything about their past. Old newspapers, articles, medieval documents, journals, simply everything. Naturally, the Templars didn't like that, so I was put on their blacklist myself. And that's what caused me to act against them.
A hitman seized with remorse. I don't believe it.
As stupid as it might sound, but even killers have a soul, Monsieur Stobat. I decided to take your side and help you.
But you didn't. You still tried to kill me.
Wrong. I was never intending to kill you.
Didn't you? Have you forgotten our little meeting in Syria? I haven't. That was an I don't know how many feet jump I had to do.
As I said, I'm quite good at pretending my gun was loaded with blank ammunition.
What? You're telling me I risked my life jumping down there because you threatened me with blank ammunition?
It must have been an incredible experience.
You said you wouldn't have been able to help us. Why?
Very simple. I broke my leg when I fell off the train.
What did you do in Jimmy McClough's house?
That's a little complicated to explain. Only this much. The Templars still exist.
Oh dear. It seems like Khan and Nico have disappeared. And we just spent 4.5 minutes watching this game take a complete dump over the storyline of the first game.
There's a silver dog tag lying on the floor. There's a name engraved. Dog. How inventive.
There is one thing that I would like to know. Guido survived an explosion. Flap survived being thrown out of a moving train. But Khan somehow managed to break his leg getting out of a train that had stopped. One of the few things that does not seem to make much sense in this game.
A girl. She looks worried. Hi, my name is George. What's yours?
My name's Miranda.
How old are you, Miranda?
I'm 12.
Why are you sad?
My dog's run away.
Don't you want to look for it?
I can't.
Why not?
I'm blind. Max is my guide dog.
I see. Shall I find him for you?
Would you do that, mister?
Sure, Miranda. I'd love to.
Maybe you can also find my dog whistle. Max must have somehow torn it from me when he ran away.
The coach door is more or less intact. Those are the solid-looking windows of this underground coach. Those are the solid-looking windows of this underground coach. Injured passengers. I shouldn't talk to them now.
Why not? You could make sure that they are okay.
This young man seems to be in his senses despite the crash. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm not deaf. What can I do for you?
Do you have any idea why this train derailed?
No, I haven't.
Could it be an attack?
What's that supposed to achieve?
Injured or maybe even dead people?
I don't know.
I understand. Have you seen two persons leaving the train? A Latin guy and a tall woman with black hair?
If I'd seen them leave the train, I wouldn't be here, don't you think?
Okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I suffered some minor bruises. But if I look around here, I see that I'm one of the luckier ones.
Pleased to hear that. Okay, I'll be leaving then.
Bye.
A middle-aged man. He's unconscious. I am not a thief.
Yes, you are.
That must be Miranda's dog. He's snuffling at the bench. Strange.
Maybe he's snuffling at this, well, suspicious object.
Oh my god, that looks like a bomb. It's a time bomb. Who put it here? The clock gives me 30 minutes to get rid of it.
That's actually quite generous.
It's fastened too securely. I can't remove it.
Well, we can. We could use this screwdriver, but apparently it's not sharp enough for this game. We need to use this dog tag.
I used the pointed side of the dog tag to cut the bomb free from the duct tape that held it to the bench. Even if the thought of a ticking time bomb in my pocket is anything but calming, I must take it. Somebody might trigger the ignition.
I thought that it was a timed bomb.
That's a red tube bench. There's not much point in searching a broken bench for useful items.
Why not?
I didn't notice him a moment ago.
Right. The guy on the floor, clearly injured. Right next to this dog and Bob.
Hello? The old man is unconscious. Stanchions. Nice idea to just hold on to one and pretend nothing had happened. But now I really must find Khan and Nico.
Let's take a closer look at this dog.
I take a closer look at the dog, and I see that he really ripped the whistle from Miranda. Carefully, I take it from him.
Alright, get ready for an annoying puzzle. We need to keep using this whistle on this dog, because apparently it's deaf from any sounds beyond 3 feet. And if we do not continue doing this, then the dog wanders back to the seat and we'll have to do it all over again. Adventure game logic.
Hi, Miranda. Here's Max back.
Oh, thanks very, very much, mister.
No problem.
If I can do anything for you, just tell me.
Okay, I'll do that.
And now the dog has returned, we can speak to this man apparently.
Excuse me, sir?
Yes,
Where are you coming from?
I'm from China. Don't you see that?
That's not what I mean. I mean, have you been in the train all the time?
Yes, of course.
I didn't notice you a moment ago.
Impossible.
Have you seen a young woman with a Latin guy?
Maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean, maybe I don't know?
I have...
Hey, are you alright? Oh no, he's dead! He behaved so strangely when I asked about Nico and Khan.
Okay, goodbye then.
The old man is dead. I search the body and find a photo. The words "See Hang" are written on the back, and there's a letter.
What a surprise! All the interesting parts are faded.
At the end, the letter gets more and more unreadable. I can only read parts of it. The man wrote something about term. Did he mean the Templars? That wouldn't make sense. What has a Chinese prince got to do with the Templars? I search the body again and find a roll of duct tape.
So, George won't touch this man here, but he will loot the corpse of a dead man.
But at a closer look, I see that it's a little bent. There's a small rift in the middle. There's a small rift.
To escape from this train, we need to blow the doors off.
Now there's duct tape on each side of the bomb. And now?
But forgive me for thinking this, but I'm pretty sure that the London Underground trains are designed so if there is an emergency you can get these doors open relatively easily and don't have to resort to explosives.
The tape makes the bomb stick to the door in front of the rift. One look at the clock tells me there's not much time left. Only 5 minutes. Quick now, I must warn the other passengers. But how? I need to get their attention somehow. Not much time left.
And this makes me want to put my head in my hands because there are 5 people here. George could just shout. But no, this is how we resolve the situation of how to get people's attention.
Hi Miranda, I'm back.
Hi, can I help you?
Could I borrow your whistle?
Of course, here you are.
Thanks. Please move quickly to the other end of the coach. A bomb is going to go off in a few moments.
Right, let's continue on. Where are we?
It's a soccer poster. I don't like soccer. Nico likes it though, because of the players. Lots of things have found their way into my pocket over the last couple of years. This poster definitely won't. It's an ashtray. Looks rather old and used. No thanks. Destroy your lungs drugs don't really do it for me.
I thought that smoking was banned in pubs in 2003.
Never in my life have I seen a bottle of this size before. The dream of every hard-drinking Englishman, embodied in this piece of glass. No thanks. There are different sorts of notes on the board. One of them is an article about an organization which inspects pubs for hygiene standards. They obviously haven't been in here. Now that would be great. Strolling out of the pub with the pinboard under my arm. But the whole George, you need this item just because it exists impulse isn't really kicking in at the moment. Up there are a lot of different colored cups. I could have used one of those back then in Lochmarn. They're too high up there. I can't reach them. Red bar stools. They don't look very comfortable. I don't want to sit down. It's unusual to see a glass of needles on the counter. I just hope that's not the sort of stuff people drink here. A needle won't hurt. Soap. Just great. Now what am I supposed to say? No, I'd better ask the bartender first. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm the Holy St. Peter,
Calm down, I'm only asking.
and I'm only answering.
Okay, so you're the bartender. Aren't you wondering why there are so few people here?
Oh, a new pub opened right across the road. Bobby country, how noble. Business has been going down here ever since. Apart from Mike and Stephen over there, not many people find their way into this place. Those two are virtually part of this pub.
So, what do you do all day?
Not much. I clean the glasses, read newspapers, and do whatever comes up. Sometimes I'm extremely lucky and the dishwasher packs up. So then, I can repair it.
What kind of newspapers do you read?
I don't care, read whatever. I'd even read a paper that's 5 years old.
Have you seen a dark-haired woman with a Latin-looking guy?
Is she your wife, son?
Well, not yet, but she's my girlfriend.
So, you're a couple.
You could say that.
Then why is she roaming around with that Latin-looking guy instead of being with you?
That's a long story. Listen, I don't want to bore you with the story of my life, so have you seen them?
No.
I couldn't ignore the fact that you seem to be a big soccer fan.
Yes, as a matter of fact, my favourite club is York United, like most people from around here. And I like Charlie Chickleston in particular. My son's wanted a Chickleston shirt for years now.
Maybe he'll be lucky someday. Could I have that piece of soap over there?
No, you can't, it's for staff only.
Well, there aren't too many people here.
For that remark, I could kick you out.
Not a bad idea, actually. I could check out Bobby Country then. Of course, that would mean you'd have even fewer customers then.
We're not even a customer now. We've not even ordered a drink. And why is there a block of soap on the counter? Surely it should be next to a sink.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Oh, yes indeed, sir, I do. I read a lot and attend seminars, so I learn quite a few things. And I love the Templars. They're my second hobby, so to speak.
Yeah, mine too, so to speak. Tell me something about them.
A medieval order of knights eradicated by Philip the Fair. In 3 weeks, there's going to be an exhibition about the Templars in Paris. I really must attend, even if my wife will kick up a fuss about it.
I am impressed. Do you know whether the Templars can be linked to the Chinese culture?
Certainly. The Templars had good connections to the Chinese royalty.
Which royalty?
They are said to have connections to Prince Zihang.
Zihang!
Exactly. There's some uncertainty about both parties' intentions, though. After all, the prince was unable to support the Templars with soldiers, as his own army was so badly trained. And the Templars were too greedy to support the Chinese court financially. The links are supposed to be intact even today, though.
Are there any further clues?
The exhibition in Paris is expected to be very helpful regarding that matter. It may even provide some new evidence.
Do you know where exactly in Paris it will be held?
I'm afraid not, but I'm going to find out soon. I only know this much. A seal is mentioned in one of the last writings of the Grand Master Jacques de Molay, and he wrote about the return of the Templars, which will be initiated by that very seal.
Do you think such a seal exists?
Oh yes, I'm quite sure of that.
What does that mean?
Nothing. I doubt that the seal will be of any importance. Jacques de Molay only wanted to frighten his pursuers and enemies shortly before he died. A very unnatural death, I may add. But all he got were taunts and derision.
I need to get to that exhibition in Paris as quickly as possible. Maybe I'll find the seal there. It must be important for the Templars to kill for it. But first, I need a room for the night. There are no flights to Paris today. Could I rent a room?
Shouldn't be a problem. We've got plenty of rooms on the first floor, and they're all free.
Then I'll take one.
There you go. It's the first door on the left-hand side.
Thanks. Good afternoon.
Cheers, mate.
My name is George Stobart. I'm on a trip around Britain.
I'm Mike and that's Steve.
Oh, so there are plenty of rooms free, but you just can't access most of them.
Great, just my luck. Of course they had to be painting here right now.
What do you mean, just your luck? You have a room for the night.
It's a bucket. It's out of reach.
Of course, because this small rope just here means that we cannot get past it in any way whatsoever.
I can't reach that bucket. The door is locked. I put the key into the lock. There's a creaking noise and the key slips out of the lock again. Either the bartender gave me the wrong key or the lock is broken. Damn it! The bartender has left.
Ah well, we can steal his soap. Well, I say steal. Apparently George is not a thief.
Do you have any idea where the bartender has gone?
Yeah, he went to get himself something to read. Should be back in an hour.
Well, who looks after the pub in the meantime?
We do.
You?
Yeah, of course, why not? Yeah, we're used to it, mate. It's not the first time Mr. Powers left his pub.
Do you know how I can get into my room? The
Key doesn't work. A problem we know well.
What can I do?
Are you up for a little match?
You won't tell me unless I agree, right?
Right, mates. And you have to win, of course.
No problem.
Do you know Indian wrestling?
Arm wrestling, you mean? That's what you want to do?
Right. Are you ready?
Ready. Here we go.
I win.
I'm no match for you.
Never give up, mates.
Indian wrestling. Who calls arm wrestling Indian wrestling? I've never heard of that in my life. If anyone has actually heard of arm wrestling being called Indian wrestling, please let me know. Because anyway, I'm quite incredulous with that, so I'm just going to move on.
Hey, Mike. Another match?
Of course. I win.
I'm no match for you.
Never give up, mates.
Is that water you're drinking?
Yes, it is. I don't drink alcohol anymore. Now you're surprised, aren't you?
A little.
You see, a couple of years ago, I forgot my own children's names. All because of the drinking. Since then, I've been on the water. And besides, my belly has become sort of tender.
I believe there is only one more place that we can visit here, and that is this pharmacy.